Hey guys, this is Jacques from MakuluLinux, and today I'm going to go into a little bit more detail on the new MakuluLinux Flash build. Okay, so this is the Flash edition, and this is current build 1.1.75, which is the first public release of this build. Okay, the first beta release. So I'm pretty sure by now everybody's seen the actual teaser. If you haven't, go and watch the teaser. It does show some really cool effects and gives you a little bit of insight on the desktop without being dragged out too long, as this video will be. But I want to sort of just go into some more detail on the actual build and what's under the hood. Okay, so before I begin, I just want to say that this, for the people that want to know what this is built based on, it is, let's see, it's running kernel 4.8.0.49. Okay, so it's running kernel 4.8 out of the box. This does come in two flavors. It comes in 32-bit as well as 64-bit. And on top of that, it has two different editions. It's got the barebone edition with virtually no software installed, or very minimal software installed, which means the users can go all out, create their own stuff, go crazy installing their own software and configuring it, you know, the way they like it. And it comes with the out of the box edition, the one that's got some software preloaded. Now, even the out-of-the-box edition, I didn't go all out with software. I also just installed the bare minimum that is kind of needed for everyday use. So really, both editions are really great. But the more advanced users that prefer, you know, setting up their own software, there is a bare-bone edition for that. Okay, so let's have a look at this build and just see what it's all about. Okay, so as you saw in the teaser video, you know, this is a very sort of modern look for XFCE. It's got a lot of transparency on the bottom panel. You open up your terminal, you'll see some nice transparency there. The whole system, just the title bar as well. If you look through the top, you can kind of see through the title bar. You can see the background there, see the text. So there's a lot of transparency on the title bars, inside the terminal window, on the panel. If you open the menu, you'll see the border of the menus nice and semi-transparent. So there's a lot of sort of, just to give it that kind of modern look, some transparency on. I didn't want to overdo it, you know, just here and there. The highlights of the buttons are transparent. If you actually create a new, open something open something, so it creates a little button on the tab in the panel at the bottom, you'll see the button is transparent as well when selected and when not selected. So there's a lot of nice sort of transparency effects that give it a really nice, more sleek, modern look to it. Okay, so it's just something as simple as a little bit of transparency. Okay, and then you've got these nice window borders as well. That's got the little boxes that zoom, you know, when you highlight them. So that's really nice. And yeah, so just in general, if you open up the themes, let's just go have a look here, because since I'm dealing with the look, if you open up appearance, you'll see there is a lot of themes to offer here. I mean, there are all kinds of colors and variations here, from dark themes to light themes to different colored themes. You know, you can really style this to virtually any color, whatever your heart's desire is. I mean, you could go dark, you could go black, you could go gray, you could go red, and then come back to light colors again as well. So you can really go crazy with themes. So that's really, really cool that I've included so many themes. If we have a look at the icons, you'll see the default icons are the Milky Makulu icons. Okay, they're very beautiful. They're stunning, stunning, stunning icons. They have a very, very smooth look to them. So that's the Milky Makulu icons, which were based off the old Milky. There used to be an icon pack many years ago called Milky the Milky icon pack. These are based off those. Okay, I have edited it and filled in a lot of missing icons and so forth to get them on to par with everything that's needed. But those are the Milky Makulu icon pack. And I've also included the old BIF icons. Remember, whoever's used Makulu before will know we used to use the old BIF icons. So I've included the old BIF icon set for those users that actually prefer that. So you can swap and change between the two major icon sets included, the Milky Makulu or the BIF icon set. And if we go to Window Manager, the borders, you'll see here there's a whole bunch of borders included as well. So you can change your window borders to pretty much a nice little variety of available window borders here. The one we use is the Binario. So yeah, so that's the themes. You've got a lot of nice themes included. You've got a lot of window borders included. You've got some icon packs included. So all around you have a nice setup where you can just kind of, you know, just change your look very quick, very easily, very quickly. And we also have a wallpaper changer. That's actually the flicker you see there. I'm actually inside VirtualBox, and this wallpaper changer, the reason you see the flicker is because the VirtualBox doesn't, it only emulates 3D, actually doesn't actually have proper 3D support. And so when this clock changes every minute, it will sort of flicker for a split second. When you actually run this on an actual PC with a proper 3D graphics card, you don't have that flicker. Anyway, so that's just a VirtualBox thing. Because if we go to the wallpaper changer, we use Variety Wallpaper Changer, which you can find here in the bottom panel. It's this little icon over here. We use that to manage the wallpapers. It's a great tool because you can really just set up to download additional wallpapers, set it to change wallpapers whenever you want, or not to change if you don't want. You can set up effects. You can really just go crazy. It also manages the clock on the desktop as well as your quotes. You know, so here's the quotes. You can change it whenever, change the placement, appearance, the sources where the quotes come from, add your own if you want. The clock as well on the desktop, you can manage that. And so it's got a lot of options here. You can really go crazy playing with this little utility, you know. And yeah, you can just change the wallpaper. There's a whole bunch that come with it. Now this is a wallpaper pack from the previous XFC editions that I did. Most of them are in here, and I really loved the wallpaper packs, and they were so popular that I just thought I'd sort of take a few here and there and create a new pack out of those. So you have some really cool wallpapers included. Okay, so yeah, this is the wallpaper changer. If you don't want to use it, you want to manage your wallpapers manually, you can simply just quit, and then you can just go to desktop settings and you can just change your wallpaper manually. The guys that prefer manual, it's that easy. Quit. You can even remove the wallpaper changer completely if you want, and then just manage your wallpapers properly. I mean, manually, you're by yourself. The only problem with that is you will, if you disable the wallpaper changer, you will lose the clock and you will lose the quotes. But I know not everybody likes the clock and not everybody likes the quotes, so it's really easy to just disable that. But yeah, you got a really nice wallpaper changer that I would highly recommend. You rather configure the wallpaper to your liking than remove it, because it does have some really cool features in the wallpaper changer. So I'm pretty sure whatever you want or however you want to manage your wallpaper, it probably has the support to do that. Okay, so I've covered the themes and the wallpapers. Now let's have a look at the menus. Okay, if you open the menu, you'll see it's very simple. You got your category buttons on the left, and if you actually hover for a second, it tells you what the categories are: accessories, games, graphics, internet, multimedia, office, settings, system, favorites, and recently used. Okay, so you can easily just move between the categories and select your app that you want to open. You can also resize this menu. You can just simply drag it to whatever size you want, full screen, smaller, larger. you know, you can just resize it to whatever size you want. So that's quite easy, very easy to manage. You've got in the bottom here, you've got a log out, a lock screen, and all settings. You've also got a search bar. The all settings takes you to the settings panel. So it's a quick all settings button here at the bottom. Very quick access to your settings panel. Okay, now that's the left menu. Okay, we're running on a dual menu system. We've got the normal standard left menu, and we've got a quick search right menu. So if I open the right menu, as you see, I click on it there in the bottom right corner. This is quick search. So if you want to open LeafPad, you just start typing LE, there we go, LE, and you just hit enter. Okay, so it's quick search. You just start typing. If we're looking for a bug report, then we just type BU, there we go, enter. I just type BU and enter. So it gives you quick access to things that you sometimes have to scroll down a menu to the bottom to get to something. You can just pop it open here, and you can just go BUG, enter, and open your app. So that's really nice as well. Same with WPS Office. You go WP, there we go, presentation, or you can go it's presentation. What's the other one called? Damn it. Let's see. If we go to Office, it's presentation, spreadsheets, and writer. So you can just go writer. You go WRI and hit enter, or presentation PRES. What was the other one? Spreadsheets, SPR. There we go. Just type SPR. So easy. So you would just enter 2 or 3 letters and hit enter. Very, very quick and very, if you don't have time to scroll menus and you need to open something quickly, this is very great for that. So you got the dual menus, you got the standard menu on the left, and you got the quick search menu on the right. And even if you don't use it, it takes very little space. It's just a little button in the bottom right corner, and you never know that day that you need it. And I tell you, once you start using the quick search, you'll be surprised at how often you actually end up using it. So it is very, very handy. Of course, you got the clock next to that, the power, the volume, network, and Bluetooth. On the other side, you've got some favorite icons here, and that's your browser, your file manager, which is Thunar 1.6.11. And then next to that, you've got your browser, your terminal, your software manager, which we'll get to in a second, and you've got a refresh sources, which we'll get to in a second as well. So let's head over and check out the different ways that you can install software. Okay, so before we install software, we've got this little update repositories button over here. It's right next to the menu. If you click that, it will pop up a little box asking your password. And if you click OK, after you enter password, you'll get this updating sources. Now, the guys in the Linux world, you'll know what this is. The guys that are new to Linux, this basically just does an apt-get update in the background, just nice and neatly laid out in a little GUI, and just refreshes the repository so the latest packages are showing. They're displayed in your repository or your software center. Okay, so Makulu Flash comes with the App Grid Software Center. So if we click App Grid, you'll see it pops up immediately. It is super fast. In fact, everything on this build is super fast. And you will have available software that gets displayed. You can sort it by category, state. You can search it. You can also easily install via the install button over here. You can see reviews about the app that you're checking out. You can get screenshots and more details and so forth. It's very nice. It's basically standard software center. It's like the Mint and the Ubuntu software center, the Deepin software center. They all have pretty much the same info, the same packages, just different layout. But as you can see, this is super fast. I click it, it's open, it's almost instant. Okay, the other way to get to your packages is via the Synaptic Package Manager, which is also pre-installed on both editions. And here you can also access packages. You can search them. Yeah, easily install. Just right click, select, and then apply. Okay, so yeah, Those are the two package managers that are basically available at your fingertips, the Synaptic Package Manager and the AppGrid Software Center. Okay, so those handle your packages. If we move into the File Manager, you'll see here that you've got various options when you right-click something. You've got Open as Root, Folder as Root, Open Terminal here, Open Root Terminal here, Search Files and Folders, Share a Folder, Scan for Virus, very important. It's got a built-in antivirus, and you can simply just right-click, scan a file or folder for antivirus, create archive properties. If you have an image, you right-click, it should give you options for that. Different files will give you different options. Okay, so that is nicely handled for you, pre-configured. You don't have to worry about that. The file manager itself is very pretty. It's got the look here, pass bar style. Okay, you've got the toolbar style as well, but by default it's set to pass bar style. So when you open a folder, you can get it there, and if you go into multiple directories, you can just click name of a directory just to jump back to that directory. So very nice, very simple. I have not pre-configured the advanced options here. So some of them yes, but most of it no. So you can really come and configure this. What happens when you plug in a printer? What happens when you connect a tablet or a mouse or a keyboard? What happens when you insert audio CDs or video CDs? Remember, this is a first beta, so I haven't really configured much of this. I'll still get into all of this stuff later. You can manually configure it yourself if you wish to do so. Okay. Getting back to the menu again. Okay, so basically you have an extremely beautiful setup here. Really, this is very pretty, and everything is instant. If you click something, it opens. It's instant. Really, that's why we use the name Flash, because it's so damn fast. To get back again, you've got Uku kernel update utility here as well. It's part of the OS. So you've got Uku kernel update utility, which allows you to manage your kernels really easy and nice, very easy and simple. As you can see here, we've got installed kernel 4.8 installed. You can simply select another kernel and just click install, and on the current ones you have installed, you can just click remove. It's all very automated, and it lists all the kernels from 2 point something all the way to 4.11. And really, it's just install and it's done. Very easy to manage. You can go into settings and change some settings there too to your liking, but it's very automated, very easy to use. So that's your kernel update utility. It's part of the OS. Of course, we use the Mint software sources, and as you can see here, it gets core updates from Mint, the Sarah repo, as well as the Zanile repo. The Makulu repo is already pre-configured and pre-built in, so it gets it from all three. We've got some additional PPAs in here, not too many, but there are a couple there that also apply to the system core updates. Okay, so there are a couple of back-end apps in here. BleachBits is also pre-installed. I've got the couple of Makulu custom like Bug Report, Donate, Live Chat. Those are very automated, and they all will open up in your browser. You know, we've got a live chat channel. Sometimes users hang out there, especially admin guys and moderators and testers. They can always help you with anything you need. We've got the forums. We also have the Bug Report. If you want to report a bug, simply click there. It's very easy to report bugs. And of course, don't forget donations. You know, the project doesn't just survive on air. Donations greatly help, and I am trying to build a cash flow for this project, so for Makulu. So all donations are welcome. Okay, and yeah, we've also got the Makulu software. If you enter your password there, no, I don't want to refresh now. You can actually go to install or remove. If you go to remove, it will actually show you everything that's currently installed out of the favorites list, and you can click select one and remove it, or all of them and remove. and install. You can see what else is under the recommended that's not installed, and you can click and install it. So it's like a quick install for recommended apps. Now in this most of these apps, most of the software on this current edition I'm showing you is already pre-installed, so there's not really much to do with the software, Makulu software. But on the barebone edition, that list is much bigger, the install list, so that's pretty cool. Stacer is pre-installed. Now remember, I'm running this inside a virtual box, so so the CPU usage will be quite high, and yeah, it's about 40%. CPU does a lot of work inside VirtualBox. Inside your own, on actual hardware, it should be sitting here at about 3%, 6%, 1%. But like I said, I am inside a VirtualBox. But this is a very, very nice little app. System cleaner, shows startup apps, services, uninstaller, resources. So it's a very nice GUI based system monitor / a couple of other tools built into it. Okay, the software updater is the standard Ubuntu software updater. I know in the past I've used a Mint updater, but I opted instead to go to the normal software Ubuntu updater this time, and yeah, I just found it to actually be running more stable, especially with a lot of the changes we made to the APT system. So yeah, you can easily install, change settings and install now, remind later, whatever. You can easily install updates from that. It should pop up every now and then, let you know there are updates. The other nice thing is Makulu Constructor comes pre-installed on this system. So here you can configure the constructor just how you want it and actually run it. And as you can see, it puts a little icon on the desktop, and put in your password and create an ISO out of your existing system. So make your changes, create an ISO that you can reinstall on a new system. It is the ultimate backup app. Some of the apps pre-installed, let's go to games, let's go to accessories. LeafPad is your text editor, antivirus is pre-installed, Catfish is pre-installed, yeah, screenshot app utility is pre-installed, XFburn is pre-installed. If we go to games, Aylesriot is installed, Mahjong is installed, Sudoku is installed, document viewer, Nomax image viewer, Pencil 2D, Pinta, Simple Scan. We've got Skype pre-installed, Thunderbird pre-installed, Pigeon pre-installed, Opera pre-installed, and VLC Media Player, Clementine. I mentioned XFC Burn before. We've got the WPS Office Suite, Orage Evolution, and Dictionary. So you've got 2 email clients that you can use. I know some people prefer one or the other. If you don't like, if you want, you can remove one. So this is the full build. Obviously, as you can see, I didn't go too crazy with pre-installing stuff. I just put in the basics. The barebone system has none of that software. It has the text editor and the browser and pretty much nothing else. So you can go crazy with installing your own software on the barebone system. Okay, the other thing I really want to climb into now, and I know a lot of people have been waiting for this, or at least this part of the review, is the actual Compiz. Okay, the Compiz system, which is pre-installed in Makulu Flash. As you can see, I enabled it very quickly, very easily, and even with Compiz on this build flies. As you can see, it's pretty much still instant, even if I go into things like Software Center. So let me get into that quickly. Let's go into the settings here and switch off Compiz so I can explain how this works. Okay, so if you open your settings panel, which you'll see has a lot of useful tools and utilities for managing your system, all the standard stuff mostly, so I won't really get into great detail there. But apart from this, I just want to, before I get into Compiz, I just want to mention the theme configurator. Now, this is used mostly to bypass certain things like background color, highlighted text. You can mess around with this. It's currently switched off, but you can, for example, let's say I want to make this menu white and I want to make the highlights here blue, but the default theme is green and kind of brown. Then I can do that and apply. Okay, and now if I right click, as you can see, now it is blue. So I've overridden the default theme colors. Okay, I can even change this to a darker color and then go apply. And now when I right click, no, that's highlight text. You see the highlight text is that kind of dark color. I can make the highlight text, let's make it white, apply, and now you see the text is white, but the highlight background is blue. So it's really cool for, you know, I added it into the OS because it's really cool for guys that really want to mess with a theme and kind of just, they don't agree with the current colors of the theme. They love the theme, but they wish they could make the highlights blue or black or brown or some other color. Then really this theme configurator is amazing for that. It can override your panel colors, it can override menu colors, and of course your custom highlights on things like your right click pop-ups and so forth. So very awesome. It is included inside Makulu Flash. I'm sure you guys will have a field day with that as well. By default, usually the panels, I would make the panel text white. I like to leave that one on myself. Of course you have to reboot for that one, so if I reboot it now, this text would normally be white. Okay, so let's get on with this. Okay, so Compiz now, by default, the window manager here is the WXFM window manager. It's the one that comes with XFCE, the XFCE window manager. Okay, and for that reason, XFCE manages your window borders, your composite settings, and all of that. Okay, your placement settings and so forth. But if you switch Compiz on, okay, then your Windows manager ceases to work because Emerald takes over the window borders, and of course Compiz controls the placement and the composite settings and so forth. So basically, if you switch Compiz on, this is useless, it won't work, and this is useless, it won't work, not while Compiz is on. So what I've done is I've integrated Compiz into the actual settings as well as the menu and everywhere else. So if you turn Compiz on, say yes, you will notice the window manager is gone and the window manager settings or whatever is gone as well. Instead, it's replaced by the Compiz window manager settings and Emerald theme manager. These two were not there before, but because I turned Compiz on, it placed them there. I turn Compiz off and you'll see the window manager is back and the window manager tweaks is back. Emerald manager is gone and the Compiz settings manager is gone. So turn Compiz on again and you see the other two are back there. So I've completely integrated Compiz. It changes in the menus as well. So now you can manage your window borders, you know, change them to something else easily while Compiz is on, just by running the Emerald theme manager, which is in your actual settings window, in your actual settings menu. So really cool, very easy to use, and it's all automated. Compiz settings manager will give you options to all of the Compiz settings. Okay, so that's Compiz over there. The actual Compiz, well, you name it, the effects are there, and this is inside a virtual machine, not even real hardware. It flies. It's got all of the wobbly windows, of course, and the bouncy windows. I've also enabled the thumbnail preview, so if you hold your mouse over an open item, it will actually show a preview, as you can see there. If you move it to this edge of the screen, it will move it to the next workspace. There are 4 pre-configured workspaces in a box. If you push the Control Alt down, it will give you the expanded view of the workspaces with the reflections at the bottom and all the shadows that go with it. If you Control Alt left or right, you can swap between workplaces. If you Control Alt and drag from the edge of the screen, you can actually see the box, the cube box in 3D, which is pretty nice Very cool. So this is all fully operational. You've got, there's plenty more effects that you can enable if you want to. But yeah, as you can see, fully operational, really nice. You can see this very awesome theme border that you have here, completely transparent, not even semi, it's completely transparent. It gives this a very, very, very cool futuristic look right here. It's like a layer of awesomeness, isn't that? I mean, just look at that. Look at the speed here. I mean, I don't even see a speed decrease in anything that I open. I click something, it's still instant, even with Compiz on inside a virtual box. Everything's just completely instant. So that's Flash for you. Really fast, really speedy. I think this is for the amount of transformation I've done with graphics. And usually, you know, when you add a lot of graphics, you lose speed. I mean, that's usually a given. So for the amount of work I've done on the graphics, for me to be able to retain this amount of speed, look at this, just look how it flies. I think this is going to go down as probably the operating system that's one of the fastest for its beauty this year. It definitely should be. I mean, it's just pure awesome. So that's it for today. I know I haven't quite covered everything, but I have given you a really quite detailed glimpse on the system. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff here pre-installed in the out-of-box version, but also not too much, you know, just 3 games, a couple of image apps, some internet apps, very little multimedia, very little Office apps, just the Office suite there, an email and a document viewer. So I haven't gone overboard, you know, I've tried to keep it all simple. As you can see, there's a Compiz settings manager and there's the Emerald theme manager. They're now in the menu, but switch Compiz off. Go back to the menu and they are not there, just a Compiz. See, they've been removed because Compiz is off. Switch Compiz back on and there they are. So as you see there, this is Compiz is fully integrated. The guys that don't like running Compiz, just don't turn it on. The guys that do like it, well, you can turn it on, turn it off, play with it. It won't really affect your speed. I know in the past a lot of people don't run Compiz because it affects the system stability and speed, but that's not the case with Makulu Flash. This baby can handle pretty much anything you throw at her. She's fast. She's really fast. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy using this, and please do remember this project does not run on water. So if you do like our work, please donate a few bucks to the project. It really does help, and I'm trying to build a cash flow, and yeah, so it would really be appreciated if you can throw a few bucks our way. They say nothing motivates like money, you know, so but I wish I had more time to work on Makulu. I would be putting out such awesome builds if I could just build a damn cash flow. Easier said than done. But anyway, so that's the build. Do remember this is only a beta 1, so I do not foresee many bugs, but if you do find any bugs, please report them. There is a bug reporting tool which is quite easy to use, and I will fix them all up for the next build that I do put out publicly. So I hope you guys enjoy it. It's been awesome fun making this build. I don't know why I've actually delayed XFCE for so long. I know the Lindos took a lot of my time over the last year and a half. The Lindos has extremely taken a big chunk of my time. It was quite a difficult build to make. But Flash, well, this has just been pure fun in any kind of form you want to put it in. So yeah, I will chat to you guys soon, and I really hope you guys enjoy this build. This is Jacques from MakuluLinux. Cheers.